Today we're exploring Athens and diving into where to stay, what to see, and what to eat. One big favor before we dive in is to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like content like this. We flew to Athens from San Francisco and used it as a stopover city before exploring places in Greece like Meteora and Santorini, which we'll cover in the next video. Athens is the capital of Greece, and it's a city that seamlessly blends its ancient heritage with the vibrancy of modern metropolis. Known as the cradle of Western civilization, Athens boasts a rich history that spans over 3,400 years, making it one of the oldest cities in the world. There are plenty of options for where to stay, including Airbnbs, boutique hotels, and high-end luxury ones. You can find boutique hotels for under $200 per night, which is what we did since it was our first time in Athens and we really wanted to get out of the room and appreciate the city's rich history. We chose one located on the edge of city center, and it was within walking distance of the Kolonaki district, where you can find many luxury shops and tourist attractions. Quick room tour. It was pretty spacious. There was a queen bed, closet to store luggage, a desk, coffee station, and a bathroom with a toilet and shower in the same area. Breakfast was included, and it was a decent spread of pastries, bacon, eggs, smoked salmon, olives, and fruits. There are other hotels you can book with points like IHG, Hyatt, and Hilton, but those were a bit further away from the city center. We picked this specific boutique hotel for convenience and value. The best hotels in Athens are King George and Hotel Grand Bretagne, with stunning views of the Acropolis from both rooftops. They're located right next to each other in Syntagma Square, and both are part of Marriott's luxury collection and retail for over $1,000 per night. These would be great places to have afternoon tea and relax. We might stay at one of them next time we're in Athens. You'll need to buy a ticket or pay an entrance fee for each historical site you visit. If you plan on visiting more than 5 sites, then it might make sense to buy a combo ticket that will grant you access to Acropolis and 6 other sites. This should be around €36. Pro tip, buy the passes online so you won't have to stand outside in the heat and long lines just to buy a ticket. If you only plan on visiting 1 or 2 sites, then I would stick to a la carte. On our first day, we visited the Temple of Zeus, and the ticket was €8.
There's many columns. Some of them have been knocked down due to Mandy's tantrums, and she's having another one.
Mandy smash! The temple was dedicated to Zeus, the king of the Olympian gods, and originally housed a massive statue of Zeus. Although much of the temple is now in ruins, with only 15 of its original 104 columns still standing, it remains an iconic testament to ancient Greek and Roman architecture and enduring influence. The next morning, we woke up bright and early to visit the Acropolis. The Acropolis of Athens is an ancient citadel located on a rocky hill above the city. It contains several significant historical buildings, the most famous of which is the Parthenon, a temple dedicated to the goddess Athena. Constructed in the 5th century BCE during the golden age of Athens, the Acropolis symbolizes the achievements of ancient Greek civilization in art, architecture, and politics. Other notable structures include the Erechtheion, the Temple of Athena Nike, and the Propylaea. The Acropolis is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it remains a powerful symbol of ancient Greece's cultural and historical legacy. We started lining up around 7:45 a.m. near the entrance to be among the first in. Here are a few pro tips to make your visit easier. Number 1, buy your tickets online and skip the long lines. Second is, if you want to avoid crowds, go first thing in the morning. It's not as crowded, so you have the opportunity to take some really good pictures or video. There's not much shade, so it will get very hot in the afternoon. We saw a few people almost pass out from the heat, and this was around 11 a.m. It's a good idea to wear comfortable shoes. The terrain can be uneven and slippery, so sturdy, comfortable footwear is essential. You do have to climb a few stairways and uphill slopes, so be mindful of that. On that note, it is also a good idea to carry a bottle of water so you can stay hydrated. Lastly, if you want more historical and cultural context, you should consider taking a guided tour or using an audio guide. If you buy a combo ticket, the Acropolis Museum is a great place to visit. After leaving the Acropolis, make your way through the historic neighborhood of Plaka. It's known as the neighborhood of the gods due to its proximity to the Acropolis. It features narrow, winding streets, neoclassical architecture, vibrant cafes, traditional tavernas, and boutique shops. Plaka is a charming area where visitors can experience a blend of ancient history and modern Greek culture. You might also notice that there are a lot of shops that sell very similar items, so it is possible to bargain and get a better price. One thing I like about Athens is that there are plenty of juice bars around the city where you can stop by and order a fresh pressed juice. This leads us to the next section, what to eat in Athens. For dinner, we went to Sense, which is located on the 7th floor of a hotel in Plaka. It has an amazing panoramic terrace with spectacular views of the Acropolis at sunset. The restaurant has 2 tasting menus that feature innovative dishes that fuse international flavors with authentic Greek flavors. The food was great, and the highlight was definitely the views of the Acropolis. After dinner, we went to a nearby shop for sorbet. They have unique flavors like melon and hazelnut. Whenever we're in Europe, we usually enjoy at least a scoop of sorbet or gelato a day since it's a nice treat. The must-get item in Athens is gyros. It's a popular street food consisting of seasoned meat, usually pork, chicken, beef, or lamb, and it's cooked on a vertical rotisserie. The meat is thinly sliced and served in a pita bread wrap along with various toppings. Common ingredients include tomatoes, onions, lettuce, and French fries. It's typically topped with tzatziki, which is a tangy sauce made from yogurt, cucumber, garlic, and herbs. Most places sell gyros to go for around 3 to 5 euros, depending on the location and ingredients used. If you sit down at a restaurant and eat, you'll get significantly more meat, and the price is around 10 euros. The most famous gyro in Athens is Kostas, a small family-owned shop. We never actually made it there since they usually sell out right after the lunch rush hour, and we were out sightseeing. It's on our list to try next time. This leads us to the next item, which is souvlaki. It consists of small pieces of meat grilled on a skewer. Typically, it's pork, chicken, lamb, or beef. You can have it directly on the skewer or in a pita wrap, and it has similar toppings as a gyro. If you're a fan of lamb, definitely try the kalifko, which is a slow-cooked lamb marinated in garlic, lemon juice, and herbs. The meat is tender and flavorful. You'll also find moussaka in Athens, which is a baked casserole made with layers of eggplant, minced meat, potatoes, and bechamel sauce. It reminds me of lasagna. We didn't have it in Athens since we had some on the prior day in Meteora. Our favorite dessert is baklava, which is a sweet dessert made of layers of phyllo dough filled with chopped nuts and sweetened with honey or syrup. It was so good that we forgot to take footage of it. Lastly, we have Greek yogurt, known locally as dragisto. This thick and creamy yogurt is a staple in Greek cuisine. It's enjoyed plain, with honey and nuts, or used as a base for tzatziki and other dishes. Its rich texture and high protein content make it a delicious and nutritious option for any meal. Overall, we really enjoyed our time in Athens and can't wait to visit again. If you're on a tight schedule or using it as a stopover city, I think you can see a ton just in 1 or 2 days. Hopefully, some of the tips in the video will help make your visit a lot smoother. If you made it this far in the video, leave a sun emoji down in the comments below and I'll try to heart and respond. My question to you is, have you been to Athens or is it on your list to visit? If you have been there before, what are your favorite places to see and what's your favorite food? Let me and everyone else know in the comments down below. See you in the next one.